First up, the rotation trade. Have you heard about this? That it looks like a big hedge fund has like exploded, and that they've been unwinding, and that's one of the reasons why we've had such volatility um, in the indexes.
I think we talked about this last week, right?
Did we? No, the rotation trade. Did we talk about the rotation trade last week?
Oh, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Go ahead.
Because there's been big sell-offs, like in Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla was a big pullback, and the Russell went. I think the Russell went up here. The dispersion between the Russell and the SPY. No, sorry, the equal weighted SPY and the SPY is in the 99th percentile, and
Right.
we've only ever seen that on during the 2008 financial crisis, COVID, and the dot com. Um, it's hard to correlate the two because they happen, at it could happen at tops or at bottoms.
Hmm.
But people are using that, are saying this might be one of those signs that whenever you get these financial rumblings, these unwinds that happen behind the scenes, that these are the dominoes that fall that end up in global financial crisis territory. And so people are using this as a hey, because of that dispersion, that might be an indication that the market's topped and we're going to head down now for the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is.
Potentially. Yeah.
Have you seen anyone talk about any of this?
I've I heard it mentioned recently, but I'm definitely not well informed on this one.
Well, let me take a look. I'm going to share a couple of tweets that I also think it's fun to. Oops.
Yeah, definitely happy to offer first impressions.
So Keith McCullough here, who works for, or he's the CEO of Hedge. Um, and he comes from the hedge fund world.
Mhm.
He was tweeting out that a sizable hedge fund unwind trade is in motion, and Mike Taylor, another guy who's a fantastic trader, known in the business, that sort of thing. He was concurrent that there's a mega quant has been going on for 3 weeks. Something very very big happened.
Hmm.
Which, and then Bill Fleckenstein also thumbs up that. So I like hearing things like this where they go, okay, something's happening in the back end. Not because I necessarily want to capitalize on it, but I'd love to have. Okay, let me rephrase this. I would love to live in interesting times in the same way as during the GFC, and to be aware of the big short happening while it's happening. To me, is an interesting experience.
That is interesting. Um, it also like is kind of devoid of much information. I guess it's hard for me to take away much from that post other than it being kind of ambiguous, right?
It's
What are
pure
they?
gossip. Pure
Yeah,
gossip. Yeah.
this is tough. Like I wish he was pointing to something specific, but it's just kind of a random post here. Um,
Well, it's not random. It's the two guys because they
right,
they
right.
are not random people. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like they're speaking to each other and clearly like informed on something specific about the market that we're not privy to, or at least I'm not privy to, um, which I find fascinating. Obviously, this is like a perfect example of what I would consider informational edge. Everybody else is like kind of paying attention to price action and fundamentals and a bunch of other things, and these guys are like, "Nah, we're just going to pay attention to what the hedge funds are doing, and that'll inform our trades." If that's what works for them, fantastic. I'd be very curious what information they're looking at and what it how it's presented and how public that is for everybody else to get access to.